Hello everyone and welcome back to this mess. It's House Flipper apparently.
Look around, gotta be there
It is
somewhere.
House Flipper apparently where I have to clean up everybody else's mess that they have left behind. Yeah, I tried to sneak like I did in the last video, but you can tell probably by the way that I'm talking that that things didn't really work out so well. I had to deal with a firefight. You know, I thought that it was like a good 6-7 people maybe that I was fighting in total, but yeah, that machine gun totally makes sense. Anyways, what is this? It's so hard, and it's like I know that this is a little boring right now trying to like pick everything up, but I know that if I don't get everything, then I'm probably not gonna be able to make it back here. What is this? This is kind of cool. I like little hidey things where you can, you know, have I ever talked about that to people actually before? Because, one of my recurring dreams that I will have, like, I mean, in the moments that I can dream, I haven't been doing that for a good while, but, it is, like, usually when I'm in a house that is, like, it always warps for me. There's always this panel at foot level that I kick out inside a closet, and like it'll be this usually like a decrepit kind of broken rundown house that turns into a it turns into like a mansion. And I don't know, did I oh yeah, that's right, I was talking about, oh, I already saw this, yeah, the net. Is there, like, can I press, oh, I can actually, like, use the internet and everything, that's kind of cool, but I don't want to do that right now, surprisingly enough. Like, that is just kind of my whole life, is, like, going in and out of Facebook. Like, I close Facebook to reopen Facebook. Because, like, eventually life just kind of gets to that where, you know, what do you do?
Jesus,
oh yeah?
Christ.
Okay, alright, so, like, what, young woman? I thought that this was supposed to be, like...
Got her. Got our target.
Oh no, it was talking about her.
About to find out.
Because I was like, I thought I had the sensor on. I have to worry with this game constantly now.
She's in a tub of ice, crammed in with another. Fuck.
How far am I? Okay, alright.
Keep it together, V. If she survives, she won't remember a thing. Tiny scar on the subconscious, that's all.
Heard people who live through shit like this get panic attacks, without ever knowing why. You'll be sipping a glass of ice-cold water, suddenly your hand's shaking.
V, jack into her biomon.
So what, like, people are...
Jacking in.
People are shortening, like, every word that they possibly can now, like, without to thout, like,
Sandra Dorset,
all that
NC
stuff unnecessarily. It's like,
Trauma Team Platinum.
if you have the ability to add robotics to your body, like, wouldn't you essentially be able to live forever? So, like, what's the point?
Biomon, firmware reconfig, or a neurovirus.
Oh yeah, speaking of, like, what's the point, like, I was talking about Mario Party in the last video, and it's like, I really loved in the first one where you were able to do kind of like a story mode. They call it Mount Minigames in the new one. The,
Is that even safe?
I
Can we
think,
just get her out of here?
I don't know what it was called in the first one, but like, you were able to, you were able to go through this kind of story and do like specific mini games, and like, I don't know, it felt like a more well put together experience that wasn't just the playing on a board and having to do that, because that gets old pretty quick, you know. And all the other ones didn't have it, so I kind of wondered, like, why would I get them? Oh yeah, that's right, I was talking about the internet and then I forgot about
Let's get her off.
Because last video I was talking about
Jack, look
like
sharp. Not done yet.
taking stuff out of the
Don't know
oven,
who's
and
out there.
I was going to follow
and
that
ready,
with a
V.
mind over
Please,
matter
Dave.
thing, how like mind over matter works for a lot of stuff, but definitely not that. Like usually when I'm in the pool, I can
B, need to know
because
what's going
Jackie,
on.
you're hypo. Fuck, this is bad.
I always try to test my breath by there's this ladder and I hold
think-
my hands under the bottom rung
Oh,
so
shit,
that
it
I can
worked.
kind of just lie down
Chica?
on the pool
Get her
floor,
outside.
and I tell myself that I don't have
Get her
to
out.
breathe,
Terrence.
or that I can breathe underwater. I can't exactly remember which one. I know those kind of sound like opposite, but really it's all kind of the same thing. And then like as soon as I tell myself that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I am completely fine. No, I'm gonna do a fifth element and I'm just going to jump off of the thing. Yep, there we go. You know, I wonder how far that's gonna bring me back. I just did it because I was wondering if I could. Also, like, am I gonna be able to upgrade myself at some point to do that superhero landing where it just kind of doesn't bother me at all and I can brush it off? Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna talk about body mods, airbags, and if you're not using your arms or whatever for airbags, that you can just like open your arm and there'll be snacks inside. I still wonder that, like, will I have to eat in the future? I still wish that that I could photosynthesize. I think that would be great. Why is it, like, I don't want to search it up because search engines don't ever really work for me, but why is it that you can't get solar energy from the moon? Because it's all the same thing. It is the sun's light reflected off the moon. Like, apparently the moon has a reflective enough surface that we can still see. Okay, so it just brings me to this.
Get
You
her
know,
up.
I was
Terrence.
kind of... For a second, I thought that was Jackie. I was like, "Oh, Jackie, you're dying a little. You're dying a little early." Naranita, what would that be? Like Little Orange?
Landing. Stand clear. Initiating security
Oh,
protocol.
for a second, I was thinking that
Instructions.
they were cops.
Stop in the doorway.
No, I don't want to follow instructions. I skip right to the end of every terms of service and I just hit accept like every other
Stop in the
reasonable,
doorway.
sensible person. No. So, like, what am I supposed... Okay, so you're not moving then. Wait by the door, but I wanted to wait by the car, though.
Place the patient on the ground.
Okay. So what, am I supposed to be in trouble, or like, what's going on here, really?
5 steps back. Now.
Oh yeah, that's right, I was gonna talk about that. Yeah, cause I was talking about OCD in the last one, and I used to have to do everything in fives, and other people that have it, they're lucky enough to have less, but it was 5 for me, and that definitely was a strain on both my mind and my eyes. Okay,
Let's get out of here.
yeah,
Elevator gets us to the
that's
garage,
exactly what I'm
correct?
trying. Express
Good
elevator!
work. Shit show's over.
Alright,
Cutting my wires now. See you in the near future.
why are you
Listen,
going
Chica,
through the
I
door?
got this thing. Mind if I borrow your wheels?
Huh.
The fact that you're saying
David
that, you know,
Misty, right?
and yeah, I know it's in
Keep it
poor
up,
taste,
bro.
but you know what I've always
gonna
wanted
look
to
for
do?
me.
A wheelchair
Won't leave
race.
you hanging, Jack.
I want to, like,
Don't get used to it.
have a wheelchair of my own that I can set up at the
Sick
top
my
of a
ass,
hill
V. Thank you.
and,
How about I
kind of
drive you
race
home,
it down
huh?
to the bottom and crash.
She's all yours.
Cause, like,
I'm
why
being as
not,
it
right?
is.
Like, things that you want to do before you die, like a bucket list,
Oh,
but, like,
almost
most
forgot.
of my stuff
Chicken
is, like,
Wakaco in the hollow.
not exactly
job's
PC.
done.
It's just kind of stuff that I've always wanted to do. Oh, I have to hold it. Okay. Wakako forever. Is this a good time to say that like Black Panther was self-racist? And I can't remember exactly like what I said. Like when I have impressions that are that strong about something, like usually the first thing I say is the best. I would need to it's like Killmonger comes in. Okay.
How did it go? Our client is alive and
I'm just trying to say it right now to remind myself. Relatively speaking.
Relatively well. Trauma team took her off our hands. She'll recover.
Splendid.
Or
Your
not. I mean, who knows what
ready to
the
cover up whatever
government does.
lies
Like,
right away.
if
If
there's an option to start out as a corpo, which is just like a corporate drone from what I read, I think. Like,
the district is closed. If you're to
I
make it
think
past
this
the
is
court, you must
one of
move
those
fast.
dystopians where
Thanks for the
the
heads up.
government
Swing by to see
is
you later.
run by corporations.
Word's
Oh,
out the
speaking of which,
NCPD is
I
gonna
wish
put
that it was
Watson
still on
lockdown.
Netflix.
I'm
Continuum.
gonna sleep in my own bed
Continuum
tonight.
was
We
a
better put
great
it
show,
safe.
and that was the only place that I could find it, and it's no longer there. It was this time travel thing, where like everything is run by corporations in the future, and these people figure out a way to build a time machine and get it into their prison cell or whatever, and it's like this all at the same time like mass death sentence that they're trying to do for the whole anarchist rebel group. And the thing gets brought in and they have no idea what it is. They just think that it'll do the job, and the cop that is overseeing it gets brought back in time, like,
Can't stop
I don't know,
digging
70
Night
years
City.
or 200 years or something.
City like any other, just bigger.
And it's just like,
Chica.
over
other city.
time, she
Morgan Blackhand.
goes to their
Andrew
side
Whelan.
because she realizes
Smasher.
that
Legends
they
are born
are...
here.
that the way that everything is wrong, and a little bit of spoilers I'll say.
Let's grab a
It
tight bite.
ends
What do you say?
Jackie, they're locking down Watson, remember?
what is it?
Oh shit. You're
Yeah,
right.
it
just
ends
me,
with her finally going back to her time in the future after they fix everything and make it a more peaceful world, and like,
Scabs! Hijos de puta!
Fucking drive, Jackie!
and like,
Come on, V, shoot!
Can't! Keep her steady!
she can't really live her life the way that she wants to, because she's trying to get back to her kid like most of the show, and in the future there's another version of her, because like it's a whole different timeline, you know, so there's another version of her. So now her from the old timeline is there. It never really resolved it. It never really said what happened, whether she had to kill her other self so that she could like reinsert herself into her life, or if she just kind of had
Scratched your baby
to
up pretty bad.
accept the fact
okay.
that
It can wait.
she
Let's
would
just focus on
never,
getting home.
because there's only a few different ways that could have gone, you know, like it's either that or she would have to work with the other version of herself from the other timeline, the new fixed timeline, so that she can be with her kid and, I don't know, babysit for herself. I have no idea how that would work.
Damn. I pulled out
Or
all the
like
stops.
something, you know. I already forget the other option that I made up, but
Watchers on lockdown to further notice.
what was
Necessary
the other
security
one that I
measure.
watched? Like, usually I'm not
Officer,
into
ma'am.
time travel
Damn,
stuff
are we ever
because
luck-
there's only a couple different ways
What
that
is
it could
makes
go.
me so special?
Heart of gold.
What?
'Cause only somebody
Oh,
with a
this
heart of
wasn't
gold
here
can
before.
understand just how much I
That's
need
so
to get back
weird
to my
that they
girl.
can like jack your
You're
eyes. This is
girl?
exactly what I was talking about a few
Uh-huh.
episodes ago,
I'd be
where it's
worried
like,
sick if I don't show.
if you
mean,
have
I'm trying to be
cybernetics
a
inside
stand-up
of
guy.
you,
They should give me a
if they could
chance.
hack you
Waiting.
as a person and kind of
That's
like
a
mess
shame.
you up,
Look at him. No model citizen, maybe, but
And
he's a
I
good
couldn't
kid.
see this police roadblock. All of a sudden, it's just right here.
Let
This
them
is what
through.
I was saying.
But they're the last.
I'm glad that they touch on
Okay,
that,
on your way.
because,
You have a good evening now, officer, ma'am.
okay. You know what? Actually, how far am I? 15 minutes? Was there anything... I'll
She
do
took
this
a
one.
liking to ya.
The devotion I demonstrated grabbed her by the gut.
Right.
I'm loyal, stable in my affections.
I don't want to watch the road.
And
That's your
unassuming.
job. I don't
You
want to
get it.
watch the road. I'll just look at you. I'll just stare into your deep blue, I was gonna say eyes, but like all that I can see are the, like the hexagonal, mechanical scars in his face. Nothing's going on right now. You know what? I don't know how much it's going to swear in the first minute if you know, in the next video. But I have gotten better at censoring things, so like because I figured out how to speed things up and slow them down and like trim the video exactly to where it needs to be, so like it shouldn't be too bad. I will see you in the next video. I want to play this. I want to... And I'm glad that I'm taking the leap and trying to do a big game on my channel, because I didn't know if I would be good enough for it. And it's like, it is kind of hard to figure out what to say, but eventually as I just start rambling and then 10-minute goes and I'm over. I'm not saying things right, but that's the thing with me. If you get the gist, then that's good enough. Like, comment, and subscribe. I still forgot to say the thing that I meant to say. I am all over the place. I'll say it in the next video, because I do still plan to keep doing this. Like, I have been recording and then editing, and it's kind of been slowing down my momentum, but now I'm just kind of checking to see that my mic is on during the video, and then I'm keeping going. So, hopefully I'll be able to make more videos at a time so that people don't get mad that I just kind of disappear again. I don't know, I'm figuring it out. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you later.